And we're looking to find a classic British sports car for Dominic here, who's an estate agent. But don't let that put you off. Now listen, Dominic, you've already driven the Lotus. You weren't so sure about that, were you?
No, it was a very good drive, but I felt it was a dated vehicle.
What about this, the TVR Tuscan S?
This is a very stylish looking car and
Just
a
bit.
gentleman sports car.
It is, isn't it? Bags of power, lots of fun, I suspect. Jump in, let's go for a spin. Now, there's no doubt, Dominic, the car that wins the award for the best sound of the three is this, the TVR Tuscan S.
It is. It's got a really tigerish noise to it, and the feel it wants to take off with you all the time.
Now, there are two different models of Tuscan available. There's the standard Tuscan, which gets 360 brake horsepower, or this car that we've given you to drive is the Tuscan S, 390 brake horsepower. So there's bags and bags of power. Again, it's a rear-wheel drive, of course. No traction control or anything like that. So can you detect any differences between the Lotus and this, Dominic?
Yes, I feel it's a lot sharper, this vehicle, and the power you can feel when you put your foot down on the accelerator is instant on this, whereas in the Lotus it took a little time for it to come into. The gearbox is a lot nicer as well, much smoother, yet I feel it would take 2 to 3 hours full driving before you fully got used to the pedals on this because of how they're situated.
They're very different, aren't they?
They are.
And here's Richard Hammond with a complete history of the TVR Tuscan.
The Tuscan S was brought about for those customers for whom the standard Tuscan with its 3.6 litres just wasn't enough. So they upped it to a 4-litre straight 6, and with it power went up to 390 brake horsepower. That means 0 to 60 can be yours just about 4 seconds after you dump the clutch. Now that is very rapid indeed. The Tuscan really doesn't so much turn heads as wrench them round and demand attention. It looks unlike anything else on the roads. Not just outside either, inside as well, where it seems to have been designed by a jeweller. There are some lovely, unusual, quirky touches, like the way you open the doors with a button under the mirror. If I have one reservation about the undoubtedly gorgeous TVR, it's just the fact that TVR still aren't the most reliable cars on the planet. And let's be honest, this is not a car you want to be sitting by the side of the motorway with. People will laugh and point. But if you're not doing that many miles, it doesn't matter. And what else are you going to buy that looks like this? That 4-litre straight 6 produces a handy 390 brake horsepower, but you will pay for insurance. It comes out at a hefty Group 20. When it comes to finding one, there are a number of used examples around, but you will discover the Tuscan S is harder to find.